All right, here we go. This is crazy. Okay. Uh, I didn't want to re-record the old video that I posted just the other day, so I've decided that I'm gonna watch a different video, and y'all just deal with it. Anyway, let's see if Jacksepticeye was right about Mr. Beast, which I believe he was, but we'll see.
Jacksepticeye keeps on taking shots at Mr. Beast, because whether it be hanging out with Elon Musk right after he was listed in the Epstein files, launching a predatory kids finance app, or literally any of his other scammy businesses that include use of AI or child labor, as the days go by, we realize that Jacksepticeye was completely right to call out Mr. Beast as an evil and terrible person. So if you didn't know already, this beef between Jack and Jimmy has been going on for a couple of years now, with it really starting in the September of 2023, when in a lie detector test video with Tommy in it, he was questioned whether he thought Mr. Beast would ruin YouTube.
Now Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like Mr. Beast? No. Jack, do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube? Yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to get me with that one, didn't you?
Now Jack...
I mean, he not wrong. He not wrong. You're not wrong. And like the whole like using philanthropy to make you seem like a good guy thing eats buns, brother. You don't need to do that. If you're a good person, you're just a good person. And you don't have to goad other people into being good people.
Definitely has a good point. Him and other OG YouTubers such as DanTDM and Markiplier were part of the gaming YouTube golden age. They'd set up OBS with their trashy webcams and record themselves playing games for hours, and it was some of the best entertainment millions of kids across the world had in their childhood. It wasn't about fancy setups, crazy editing, or giving away millions of dollars. Literally dudes playing games in front of their computers. Then Mr. Beast came into the scene doing these ridiculous challenges, basically making people suffer for money. And
it all started with prank content. That's what Mr. Beast started with. The prank content, the doing crazy challenges. It stems from so much more than that. That's like Fousey and all of them really brought him into existence.
Views, and you can tell Jimmy took this one to heart as his response was pretty long and heated. So he replied on Twitter, "So I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and a sports car and instead reinvested my dollars into making content focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people. If he had fun, the videos would be longer. What does that even mean, lol? You think I'd give up every hour of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun? This clip is insanely disrespectful in my opinion, and obviously there is so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man. Sigh." Now,
that irks me more than anything else, because it's the manipulation. They're trying to manipulate the audience into feeling like, oh, you should never talk shit about Mr. Beast because he's having fun and he's been the best person ever. Cap. Capitulation. Purely capitulation.
Now, this started a massive debate on Twitter, because on one side many thought Jack was right, and Mr. Beast is making YouTube way too unauthentic and corporate. YouTube started as people being able to record their own creations onto a platform, but now it's TV level entertainment with millions of dollars being invested into it. And to most people, it was like the complete opposite of what they wanted. If people wanted to watch Hollywood production, they'd go to the cinema or to Netflix, not YouTube. And if you think that was bad, well, recently he's gotten himself into more controversies. During this year's Super Bowl, he was actually part of an ad that used AI.
But it won't be easy. Good news, you have Slackbot, the powerful new AI from Salesforce to help you decipher the puzzle.
More specifically Slackbot, which is pretty much like an AI assistant that is probably going to get more people laid off from their jobs. And Jimmy would then also get a lot of backlash for promoting and supporting Elon Musk, even after he was named in the Epstein files. I even just saw on Twitter he was promoting Elon Musk's Neuralink, which is exactly what you think it is.
Which is a computer chip surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain.
A brain implant technology designed to link the human mind directly to computers. The device enables users to move a cursor or even control robotic limbs using only their thoughts. Now on paper, I guess this sounds pretty good. It allows disabled people to regain movement and communication. But if you're asking me, this is a bit too far, because this isn't AirPods or an iPhone update, this is your brain. And when you promote something like that, especially to an audience full of teenagers who already idolize Elon Musk like he's Iron Man, you're normalizing the idea that plugging your mind into a corporation's hardware is just the next cool thing. Honestly, this makes me feel hella uncomfortable, because at the end of the day, you're giving a private company access to signals coming directly from your brain. Once they put a chip in your brain, what would stop them from rewriting your memory, implanting false memory, mind control you, or just press a button to fry your brain? Yeah, this...
Now, do I think they would go that far? Not immediately. I think it'd take quite some time before they went that far. But we definitely on the path. We on the path to making humans robots so the rich can get richer, even though the whole point of being rich is to lord it over other people with free will who can't do it.
Could go very wrong. Hey Patrick, you forgot to pay your taxes last year? We're shutting off your ability to speak. Have fun. I mean, what if this Neuralink gets hacked or something? Like, that would be genuinely insane. And we're not done yet, as around the same time, MrBeast would announce he has acquired Step, a teen-focused financial app valued at $900 million, in a deal reportedly worth over $1 billion. With him putting out a tweet saying, "I'm so excited to share that we are acquiring the financial services app Step. Nobody told me about investing, building credit, or managing money when I was growing up. That's exactly why we're joining forces with Step. I want to give millions of young people the financial foundation I never had, lots to share soon." Now on paper, this actually sounds pretty decent. Jimmy is putting out an app to help teens build their financial future, increase their credit score, help save money, and invest. But when you actually take a look at the app's features, it seems more like MrBeast acquired a bank that targets children because they're easy prey and you can give them credit cards and loans at 30% APR. Now some fan on Twitter would quote tweet this saying, "If you said this guy was evil like 2 years ago, people would try to drone strike your house." And Jacksepticeye quote tweeted that with the yikes emoji. Once again, trying to prove to everyone that he knew MrBeast was evil all along. There's a reason he bought this app for $1 billion, to make profit. Trust me, he's not doing this out of the kindness of his own heart.
Some people are saying that Jimmy buying a bank whose main product are payday loans targeted towards the youth sounds predatory. But when has a beloved creator with a Minecraft channel ever turned out to be a predator? Besides, if there's one thing I've learned on the internet, when an influencer starts up a financial service with a big focus on cryptocurrency, it's definitely not a scam. Personally, I'm excited for the next phase of MrBeast challenge content. Single mothers versus rising interest rates. Guy who financed a Hellcat he can't afford versus repo man with tow truck. Could you imagine defaulting on your mortgage with MrBeast? Just show up to your house.
This is fucking stupid. This is stupid.
House, repossess it, and immediately start giving it away for YouTube videos.
And shout out to that guy Lewis Spears, because this whole video he made on the app was hilarious. Like, are people seriously going to put their hard-earned money into the hands of a dude called MrBeast? And recently, Jacksepticeye has also been very vocal about the direction YouTube is headed in. YouTube CEO Neil Mohan says users will soon be able to use AI to generate shorts using their own likeness. He added that over over 1 million channels used YouTube's AI creation tools daily in December, to which Jack would quote tweet saying, "I'm tired, boss." Now think about that for a second. AI is generating content using your face, your voice, and your identity. For someone like Jack, who built his channel on his own personality and energy, the idea of AI generating videos using your face probably sounds very...
I would suggest not doing this. I would suggest not doing that. Don't do that. Don't generate content with AI or using your face. Why would you give them permission to touch your face like that? You giving somebody permission to touch your face and put it on something else. And then what happens? Now they can pay you less. They don't have to pay you. Because they have your face. They have it. They don't need you anymore. They can put anybody's voice over your face.
Disturbing and very, very authentic, because it completely shifts the focus away from creativity.
I don't know why I be talking like I'm a big YouTuber. Nobody fucking cares what I gotta say. But I'm gonna talk my shit anyway.
And more towards automation. Instead of asking what cool video can I make today, it becomes more about how many videos can I produce this week, how much money can I make, how efficiently can I scale, and how can I optimize. Because for Mr. Beast, that's the kind of environment he thrives in. He wants the best packaging, retention, thumbnails, pacing, editing, whatever. So when YouTube leans further into the AI tools and automation side of the company, it naturally favors people like Mr. Beast, not the authentic creators such as Jacksepticeye. And this isn't the first time Jack has spoken up about AI specifically. When Mr. Beast launched ViewStats, it included an AI thumbnail feature that could generate thumbnails based on other creators' channels and styles.
There's a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it'll use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're Mr. Beast. You would just type in Mr. Beast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration, and if you do a couple iterations with the system, this is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward.
And as usual, Jack called this out. What the actual F, and he used my logo in the promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into, FAI. The tool was marketed as a way to help smaller creators level up their packaging, basically letting you plug in a channel and generate thumbnails inspired by what they've already put out. But not only was this stealing people's work, but it's taken jobs away from real thumbnail designers. There are entire communities of freelance designers whose full-time income comes from making thumbnails for creators, only for them now to be replaced by a tool Mr. Beast made, which definitely breaks some form of copyright law. Now Jimmy would actually apologize for this and remove the feature. He posted a statement saying he missed the mark, that the AI thumbnail tool would be pulled from ViewStats, and that it wouldn't be available going forward.
How's it going, guys? A week ago, I launched an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it, but I definitely missed the mark. If you open up Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And so I read all your guys' feedback, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and so we just enacted some changes that I think you guys will find positive. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down. And on top of that, I wanted to go one step further to really show artists out there that I care. If you go on viewstats.com, under our more tools section, it will say hire thumbnail artists. And if you click that, it'll take you to a page of artist portfolios where you can commission a real thumbnail artist to make you a real thumbnail. So I care more than any of you could ever imagine about the YouTube community. I mean, obviously I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. And so, you know, it deeply makes me sad when I do something that, you know, people in the community are upset by. And I also want to put out there that I guarantee you, I have spent more money on thumbnail artists than any other YouTuber in the world. I've probably spent more money on thumbnail artists than the top 100 creators combined. I mean, I have a small army of thumbnail artists that work for me. I'm looking to hire more thumbnail artists. So I just want to put that out there. And I have no intention of firing my thumbnail artists or anything. Like, this is, you know, just supposed to help make them more effective and blah, blah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But regardless, it doesn't matter. The tool's down for future people that sign up for ViewStats Pro. And yeah, now it's a funnel to help artists make more money. So I'm really excited. Go check it out. Hey, go to viewstats.com and click.
Buddy looking mad slimy right now.
Click on the Hire the Artist tab and, go commission real artists, help them make more money. So take care, guys.
Now on the surface, he looked responsible, but the way it was ultimately framed made a lot of people start questioning what Jimmy really cares about. Instead of just saying, yeah, this was a bad idea, I shouldn't have done that, it quickly became into this wholesome redemption arc about supporting thumbnail designers. You can really see how badly MrBeast wants to keep up this good guy image. Instead of just apologizing and taking the hit, he turned it into this wholesome, let's help thumbnail designers find a job, whilst also trying to sound like this super moral guy because he spent loads of money on thumbnail designers. Every controversy this guy gets into gets shaped into a brand positive movement. I mean, even his apologies feel optimized. And it isn't the first time Jack has publicly criticized MrBeast. Back in 2024 when Jimmy, Logan Paul and KSI teamed up to drop Lunchly, Jack and fellow OG Minecraft YouTuber Dan TDM called them out for trying to make a quick buck on impressionable kids. What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them do better. And Jack would immediately back him up, as he would say, you mess with Dan, you mess with YouTube. Because it wasn't just about Lunchly as a product, it was about what it represented. You had creators who grew up with YouTube as a creative space where you could express yourself, and now they're watching the biggest names on the platform pivot into full-scale consumer brand aimed at their own fan bases. And this is around the time a lot of fans or viewers started connecting the dots. It wasn't specifically about Lunchly, it was the pattern. We had energy drinks, burgers, chocolate bars, kid snacks, finance apps, AI tools, everything. And people started to get the feeling that YouTubers weren't showing off this cool stuff they managed to make. Instead, it was more like, how much revenue can we extract from this audience? Because if MrBeast only had Lunchly, it would be like, cool, he's got his own little side business. It's crazy to see YouTubers being able to launch their own food products. But when he's launching a new product every month, you start seeing it for what it really is. And Lunchly was a turning point for everyone. It was the first time mainstream audiences started saying out loud that YouTube didn't feel the same anymore, and that the line between creator and corporation had completely blurred. Because back in the earlier days, creators made money from ads and sponsorships once in a while, but now every YouTuber's videos feels like a massive funnel. Because let's be honest, anyone above the age of 11 is not eating this crap. I mean, let's look into MrBeast's other businesses. Feastables, apparently a healthier alternative to Hershey's because it had 1 gram less of sugar and 10 fewer calories, pretty much comparing trash versus garbage, with YouTuber Agnesly accusing MrBeast of indirectly supporting child labor in the production of his chocolate bars.
That MrBeast is using child labor and slave labor for his chocolates today and has been since late 2023. When Feastables first launched in January of 2022, if you went into their FAQ, their frequently asked questions section, they proudly displayed that they were child labor free and slave labor free. As a matter of fact, in April of 2023, they doubled down and they added to their list of main menu options this option that said we're slave free. And if you clicked it, it had an entire dedicated page talking about how they were free of slave labor and child labor. But just a few months later, in October of 2023, that main page item that said we're slave free, that was removed. In addition, in the frequently asked questions section, that stuff about being child labor free and slave labor free, that stuff also disappeared. Later in May of 2024, and even to this day, there is no mention whatsoever at all about any kind of ethical sourcing of ingredients. When MrBeast first launched Feastables, it was in line with his brand. They were clearly trying to do things ethically. They actually got a certification from the Rainforest Alliance. Once you're certified, you're able to use their logo, which is a little frog, on all of your products, your website, on all of that stuff. When I saw the packaging for Feastables, both old and new, there was no Rainforest Alliance certified logo anywhere. He knew that one day they were going to get rid of that certification. You see, if one day that package has a frog logo on it and the next day it disappears, people will notice. They will especially notice because the Feastables bar, MrBeast sent this thing to everyone, to all the huge YouTubers. So instead, they decided to only put it on their website because at the end of the day, who the hell reads a website except for weirdos like me? And if it was on the website one day and then gone the next, no one would notice except for, again, weirdos like me. And sure enough, if you look at their website today, there's nothing about the Rainforest Alliance certification, nothing about being child labor free, nothing about being slave labor free. By doing it this way, I think they tried to fool everyone into thinking that their chocolate is still child labor free and slave labor free.
We also have Beast Burger, which on the surface seems like Jimmy's own restaurant, but behind the scenes it's just a bunch of ghost kitchens shipping out burgers from some random, unknown location. It's like drop shipping but with food. Unlike other fast food chains where they have their own restaurants, Jimmy paid hood.
And let me tell you, a Mr. Beast burger is not good. I mean, if you just like eating food, then it's fine or whatever. But it's way too much mustard. I don't know why there's so much mustard on those goddamn burgers. It's way too much mustard. I don't even understand that part. And then I thought I was getting like cheese fries or something, but it was just more mustard. Why is there so much mustard in this man's food? I don't get it.
Hundreds of kitchens across different states and countries to make his burger.
And I feel like I've never heard anybody talk about how much mustard was in the food. Like maybe because when it first came out, I was just like, I'm gonna try it and see what's happening, and I never got it again. And I haven't seen a Mr. Beast burger anywhere, or like even seen it on DoorDash or anything. So maybe that's me tripping, but sorry, I'm a little tired. But yeah, no, that burger was trash. Just like the person who made it.
Burger and package it as Mr. Beast Burger, which of course led to many quality control issues. And long story short, Mr. Beast sued them for over $100 million, with Beast Burger only having one restaurant left standing. And you see how it was never actually about delivering a tasty burger? No, they immediately had to scale across the entire continent where burgers were being made in shady and unhygienic ghost kitchens, leading to people getting moldy and even raw burgers. And if you think that is bad, well, God forbid you try criticize something Jimmy made.
What do you think? You know what, Jimmy? Best burger you've ever had?
I said, this was filmed before the law.
It is a 6.5 out of 10, baby.
You forgot a couple of them. What do you not like about it? No, it's great. It's the greatest burger you've ever had.
I said,
What do you not like about it?
I like that it's free.
No, you have to tell us why it's just 6 out of 10.
Well, I'm a vegan for starters.
Cut.
I would buy one. Guys, just right now. I don't know. I've got really over-intensified. It's going to explode. Alright.
you can see the exact moment I realised that my jokes are not landing. Right here.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much.
And then he kicked me out.
I've genuinely never seen Bro more irritated than this. It seems like he wants to just punch Tommy right in the face. Mr. Beast reminds me of a little kid that's like, no, you have to play like this. You could tell he was mad with that answer. And then most recently we had Beastland launching a theme park in the Middle East where thousands die every year from slavery was probably not the best move. But what can you expect? The Middle East is known for sports washing to help their country's PR. They probably gave Jimmy like $100 million and told him, don't worry about it, we got this. And just overall, the most annoying thing about Mr. Beast is how he tries to seem like the nicest, most relatable guy on the planet, and that he's always helping out. Like personally for me, the most annoying part about him is how he always tries to make it seem like he has no money. He'll do interviews and be like, well actually I have less money than everyone watching this.
No one ever believes anything I say, so I mean, because they're like, you're a billionaire. I'm like, that's net worth. I have negative money right now. I'm borrowing money. That's how little money I have. Technically everyone watching this video has more money than me in their bank account if you subtract the equity value of my company.
Yeah. So what he's doing, he's not lying, but he's not telling the truth either. So he's loaning. He's taking loans from banks to pay off other loans from banks, so that he's technically in debt at all times, but also never has to pay the banks back.
Which doesn't buy me McDonald's in the morning or whatever.
And he only says that because he's rich and he can borrow against his own assets, and technically if his companies run at a loss, he pays no taxes, something along those lines. I'm not a finance expert, but I'll borrow you guys the clip. And it's just annoying because we know you have millions, probably hundreds of millions. Your companies are worth definitely billions, so don't try to make yourself seem like one of us, because you're not. And then also the whole giving away prosthetics, building schools, etc, etc. Don't get me wrong, that's great, but not when you're trying to push other people into donating, which is exactly what happened with the Team Water charity he launched last year.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jimmy, Mr. Beast. Yeah, there's this charity thing called Team Water, where every dollar donated is a year of clean water for someone in need. Your friends here were saying you're a very generous soul.
Are you really gonna do this shit? I fucking did the McDonald's drive-thru, man. It's gonna happen to me. Just give me a number, Jimmy.
All right, so Jinxie, Logan, they both just committed $100 grand and
100K? No way.
I see tweets all the time about how you're the most watched Twitch streamer, like watch time every month. You're like crushing it.
And you know what? You know how much I get paid for that? 17 cents. It's a big day for me. I'll donate. I'll donate, Jimmy. I'm not gonna donate $100,000. I'm gonna be honest. That's a lot of money.
You're putting people on the spot. Put me on the spot too, man. And now I'm broke.
Y'all try to make me look like an asshole. That's what's going on. I know what's going on here.
The issue was it seemed less like actually raising money for charity and more like a massive PR move for Mr. Beast. If he cared so much about charity, why didn't he just go donate to another charity or just go to Africa and use your own money? Nope, instead he did this massive stream where he pretty much called out random famous people or streamers and begged them for money. And even XQC, who did the stream with him, was getting seriously fed up as he kept on raising the amount they needed to raise. They were already there for hours and bro just wanted to go home.
Wait, should we go for 10 mil? 10 mil? No, I just throwing it up there. I mean, 10 million is a nice round number. No. I was kidding. But or less.
I'm gonna give it a buck. I was a little bit mad at Jimmy for not ending at 5 mil because of the way that it was ending. And I was mad at him again for not ending the second time. And people always say, why are you mad at him? You're raising more money. But that's not the point though. The point is that I feel like as a person, not as a streamer, I was mad because the guy, Hayes, he was paying money for charity to wrap it up.
With Nick-A30 summarizing this whole situation off perfectly.
Team Water, what do you think of when you think of that? You're not thinking of any other creator except Mr. Beast. So Mr. Beast gets all the credit. So, when he's, asking people to donate on his stream and stuff and pressuring them, and I think it's just kind of a little weird. Like, bro, when they're pressuring these creators to donate money and everything for that, I can see why some creators don't want to do it because it's Mr. Beast's name that gets all the recognition.
And honestly guys, I could genuinely go for hours. Mr. Beast has been involved in so many dodgy businesses and scams. I should make a documentary instead. But you get the point. Jack and Dan, they were right all along. They're sick of YouTubers becoming corporations because YouTube is supposed to be the opposite of that. And that's really what this whole thing comes down to. Not whether Mr. Beast is evil, not whether he's successful, not whether he worked hard, but whether the version of YouTube he represents is the one the people actually want. Because for a lot of us who grew up on this platform, it doesn't feel the same anymore. And
yeah, all that. You didn't really talk about Jacksepticeye like that and how he really felt about the situation. I thought maybe there was more to it, considering that this was 3 months ago. I saw pretty much the same video probably like 6 or 7 months ago. Jacksepticeye was right for sure. Mr. Beast is kind of absolutely destroyed YouTube. I remember when I was dating my ex, she was like, "Oh, you don't like Mr. Beast?" And I was like, "No, I don't. I don't really care for him. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't care." And she was like, "Well, he does charity and yada yada and this that." And I was like, "So he ain't put no money in my pockets." And he was like, "Oh, well, you go win one of his challenges." I was like, "I'm not doing that. Fuck, I look like Mr. Bojangles? No, it's not happening. It's not happening." Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do, and I'll see y'all later, big dogs.